Hello everyone, this is Anurag from CRKIMR Division A roll number 15. Today as Curriculum of Perspective Management, we will be interviewing Senior Vice President of Sales and Engineering of India's top water management and environment company, that is Ion Exchange. So everyone please meet Mr. Shashikant Raut. Thank you sir for giving us this opportunity to interview you. So little bit about Mr. Raut. So he's been working with Ion Exchange for last 32 years. He's a pass out from Institute of Chemical Technology. Through his hard work and perseverance, he has become a senior vice president now. So Raut sir, we'll be having a few questions with you. If you are ready.
Yes.
So as we all know about Ion Exchange, how it rose up in stock market last few years, and how it is a leading water treatment company. But from your side, we would like to know a bit of a profile about your organization.
Yes. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Anurag. Ion Exchange India Limited, established in 1964. Basically, it is a UK-based company called Permitted. Along with Indian partner, they started in 1964. So it was a purely UK-based company. In 1985, company divested all its shares and it became totally Indian company. So it was named as Ion Exchange India Limited. We are in the business for last more than 57 years, mainly in the field of water, wastewater and environment management. And we always say that the total environment solution which we provide to the industry and community. We are based in Mumbai, but we always all have our spy work in India and abroad. We are based in all parts of India, Southeast Asia, in Gulf countries, African countries, Europe, and in the America. We have all sorts of technologies for water and wastewater, and we claim almost we are number 3 or number 4 in the world, where we produce the water and wastewater treatment processes and technologies and solutions to the industry and community. The journey has been very interesting. In the last 57 years, we have installed more than a few lakhs of the plant in India and abroad, mainly in industry and some in infrastructure segment. As we say, as far as water, wastewater is concerned, but we always say that we provide total solution, and our tag is a total environment solution provider in the industry and in the globe. We are a multinational company having all its offices in India and abroad, and we also have a big research and development center, which is one of the best in this type of industry, having more than 100 patents for this water and wastewater solutions. As far as projects are concerned, our business is divided into two parts. One is called engineering, second is called chemicals. The engineering and chemical, these are the two types of business what we do. In engineering, we have a standard plant, then we have a non-standard or so-called customer-based plant, and in the chemical, we have a resin, we have chemicals for water treatment, and all other solutions required for the water and wastewater industry. Our company's turnover has been more than 1,400 crores currently, and our bottom line is more than 100 crores. So we are a fast rising company, and happy to share it with you that we have installed a number of very large projects, the largest being almost $194 million projects which we have put in at Sri Lanka for providing the water solution, water to the Colombo city. We also have very large projects ranging from 50 crores to 500 crores in the industry in India in the various segments like power, steel and refinery. As far as manufacturing units is concerned, although we are a total solution provider company, we have a manufacturing units at different parts of the India. One is in the Gujarat at Ankleshwar, where we manufacture resin, which is almost more than 50 years old company. And we are the company who manufactures the resin required for the water, the wastewater treatment, specialty treatment. And I'm very happy to share with you that we also produce the resin which is required for the nuclear grade application, which is the Ion Exchange is the only company in India which is able to produce it. So this is based on the one manufacturing unit. Similarly, we have a manufacturing unit in Mumbai near Wada for fabrication of the vessels and tanks. We have a chemicals division in Hosur, chemical division in Patancheru in Hyderabad. Then we have pre-engineer division at Hosur. Then we have at Goa the standard system division for the membrane equipments. And recently, 3-4 years back, we have also installed membrane manufacturing company, and we are the only company in India who manufactures the membrane required for the water and wastewater processes. So this way, we have a solution for all kinds of the treatment required for water, wastewater, sewage treatment, for the community, from the society, for the infrastructure, and for the industry. So this is a very small brief about ion exchange.
Yes, sir. So I would like to ask another question. Definitely, this is a really much information. Okay, sorry. Okay, continue. So this was really interesting information about ion exchange, and as Mr. Raut has said, they have barely carved the surface. So we'll be asking another question about the organizational structure of ion exchange. If you were to define the organizational structure of the ion exchange, how would you do it?
Yeah. Organization. Of course, organization is, you're a management students. Organization is very important for whatever you do in the whether it is a personal work, social work, professional work. The organization becomes an important, which is one tool, which is one media which drives the whole show of your particular projects. So organization has a very important role to play, like organization and bring down the organization structure. So as far as our company is concerned, it is a public limited company which is having a board of directors who controls the whole organization. And for the operating level, we have a chairman and managing director, Mr. Rajesh Sharma, who has been with this company for last more than 45 years. He has started his career as a training engineer, today is the CMD of the company. In fact, that is legacy Ionization has that, there are a number of persons who have joined at the start of their career when as a trainee, and they have come up in the organization in the journey up to very senior position. In fact, I myself also I joined this company as a training engineer in 1986, and I had opportunity to work in various divisions of the organization. That is from the field, project, engineering, then proposal, tendering, sales, marketing. So this has been the journey, and our organization always believe in grooming the young minds or shaping the young minds to make their profession very successful, and that is the way the organization, our culture is. And as far as the organization is concerned, our chairman managing director is the head of all this operation. Then there are executive director for the technical, executive director for finance. Then we have a president of our division. Then there are different verticals which are operating in this project. In fact, ours is a project type of the company who does EPC businesses. We also have the second wing, that is a manufacturing units. So there is a production unit. So in this, our exhibitions are divided, organized into two parts. One is what we call as various verticals. So we have various verticals and we have various divisions. The verticals basically are for the front-end marketing work, which are operating in three different segments. One is called the heavy segment, second is called the medium segment, and third is called the light segment. The heavy industries mainly cater to the heavy industries like power, steel, and refinery. Medium segment, it mainly talks about all the industry like mini steel plant, small plants, then pharma industries, chemical industries, cement and ceramic industries, electronic industries, auto industries. These are the medium sector segment we call it. And light industry is basically all the hotel and institution industry. So we have three different verticals who takes care of the marketing, sales activities of our business. That is vertical. We are operating as a marketing as a frontline person in the industry. The second structure is called the division. The division is nothing but who are operating from the office and providing the total solution, the project or the production to the industry. The verticals gets the front ambassadors of our organization who gets the business, and the division executes it. And in execution, we have two different sectors. Those again are divided into two parts. One is the engineering business, and second is the chemical business. In engineering, we have subdivisions. Like we have a standard system division. We supplied a pre-engineered package plant where all the projects are totally engineered in advance, and based on our standard engine we produce the plant or supply the plant. The non-standard plant is called as the customized plant or the project type of the business, which we build based on the customer's requirement. The customer has their own processes and technologies, and engineering is being done by the separate consultant. So based on the clients and consultant specification, we may design the plant, we supply the system. So that is called a non-standard plant or the project kind of the business. These are the two major business in the engineering. Now to cater this, to cope up with this requirement, because since there is a huge potential of the this water industry. The water industry talks about a potential of more than 10 to 15,000 crores. This is a potential available for the water and wastewater industry. So we have a subdivision again in the organization, one which talks about what is, as I said, small engineer plant, then project plant. In the project, then we have domestic projects, then we have international projects. International projects mainly for the overseas supply, domestic as unit for the supply within the India. Then third, we have the environment division. We have a dedicated environment division which takes care of the environment solution, mainly on the wastewater treatment, sewage treatment, and the wastewater required for the industry and even for the society. Because wastewater is very, very important, which we are supposed to treat it and then use it properly. Either you recycle it back or you have to have a zero liquid discharge as per the pollution control norms and as per the environment impact assessment. You have to supply the system. So these are the organization based in the division. In the chemicals, we have a resin, which is very important for treating the water and wastewater. Then we have the membrane for treating the water and wastewater, and then we have the chemicals which are used for treating the various stages of the water to meet the process requirement or to avoid any corrosion to the material. So there are different chemical treatment programs which we provide. So in nutshell, as the organization is concerned, one is definitely as a product wise, it's an engineering business and chemical business. That is the product wise. Then as far as the operation point of view, then we have verticals, the front end which takes care of the marketing end. Then we have the divisions. Division talks about the productions and execution of the product. So this is the structure where we have totally divided for this controlling all these project business. And with this, we have around more than 1,200 strength with ion exchange where we do the contract basis. In addition to that, we have one more vertical attached to this, very common to all this business, that is called operation and maintenance. Today, we supply the system, but in addition to supply the system, the plant also needs to be maintained. So that maintenance and operation of the plant, we have a separate vertical who takes care of operation and maintenance. Currently, we have more than 25 to 30 sites operating in India where we supply manpower and we take care of the operation of the plant.
Thank you. Ending my segment, I would like to ask you last question. How many subordinates do you have who are directly under your management?
Okay. Yeah. Now I am holding the responsibility. I am responsible for the project sales, marketing, and proposal work for the whole organization. What we call it the central proposal department. The proposals required for all the engineering products. That is for the standard system, that is for the major projects, that is for the environment division, for the international division, and the customer service division, means the modification of the plant and the infrastructure. All these has a one department that is called the central proposal department. So with me, I have a team of around 30 persons, and I have 4 deputies who are at the general manager and DGM level. These are main 4 pillars of mine. Then under them each there are around 6 to 7 engineers are there. So that is the way I am able to support this our sales division or even the production division to cater the proposal management, proposal and basic engineering, which is done by my department. So these subordinates, they are general manager level or DGM level. Under them there are again managers and engineers, and they are doing their job with respect to the proposal management and the sales management.
Thank you. This will be the end of my segment. Over to Manali Khatawkar, my colleague. She will be taking up the next segment.
Hello everyone, this is Manali Khataukar from Division A MMS batch, roll number 28. So sir, as you have worked in this organization for 32 years, what are the, according to you, what are the successful factors to get this achievement or success in the organization?
Yes, very important question. When you come out of the college as a student, actually you are very raw engineer. I was engineer, so it was a very raw engineer. Then it becomes very important when you join any organization and really you are at very nascent stage how your career will progress. So the journey, it says very clearly the successful factors. As I said, if I can say something about that is first is when you join any organization, you have to first important factor which is very commonly is said is very sincere and hardworking. These are the two important parameters which is very widely used, very commonly used. But these two words are very, very important when you join, when you study or when you join or for any work. Getting along with the organization, you have to be firstly, you have to be very punctual on your work, number one. Then you have to be very sincere with your work. And third is, you have to be very hardworking for learning. The best thing of the success, I would say, are the two important parameters. One is having always the positive approach towards the job, and the second is the learning attitude, always learning for the new things. These are the two important factors. Although as a technically you have so many factors to learn, but if behavioral skills are properly in place with a positive manner, I think that can make some more successful for anybody. So the positive approach is the one thing very, very important. In fact, I have been saying to my team member of this, in any organization, whether it is engineering or any non-engineering organization, the two important factors are coming in the picture. One is the technical skill, second is the behavioral skill. Technical skill which talks about your main job, means what you do exactly. The behavioral skill is how you behave with the people, because finally you have to work with the people. What is your approach towards the job? It has to be very positive, learning attitude, getting along with the people. These are the things. So if you develop these two skills, technical skill and behavioral skill, in a positive way, I think this would lead to success. In the recent terms, you might be knowing the commonly used word is a soft skill. The soft skill is a very, very important parameter. One may be very intelligent, one may be very, scholar in his work. But if it doesn't have the soft skill, then there is always a limitation for its growth. Okay, like you will find, in fact, you will find the toppers of the organization, toppers of the college, although they are very good, very sincere and hardworking. But if they have not developed the other skills, then it will be very difficult for them to come up in the organization. Because in the organization, there are mainly divided into three different zones. One is called technical skill, second is called human relation skill, and third is the conceptual skills. These are the three important skills. So initially, at the start of the career, you are focusing mainly on the technical thing. Then after some time, you will talk mainly technical plus some human relationship. Because initially you work as an individual, after some time you go in a managerial, supervisor role or senior management role, then you have to get the things done. So human relationship comes in the picture. Then as you grow in the organization on the top ladder, then you need to do very little on technical, you need to do human relation, but you need to do more on the conceptual skill because you need to control the very big organization. So this is the steps for the success, the technical skill, human relation skill and conceptual skill, how you get along with this in your starting of the career. I was very happy, in fact when I joined, our trainer had very clearly explained this and which we try to follow. Initial technical skill, the human relationship and conceptual, and accordingly you definitely need to upgrade your knowledge and what is happening in and around the world. So these skills will definitely make you the success in your profession.
That was a very briefly guidance from the sir. So let me ask you the second question. Do you think planning plays crucial role in organization and personal growth?
Yes, very, very important. Planning is in fact I still remember the definition of the planning which we were taught in the college. The definition is planning is a predetermined way of thinking. That statement is still in my mind. And you must be knowing it. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's very clear. So without planning, nothing goes. The planning is a very, very important tool in any project or any work. So that's why in organization and even in your personal life also, you need to plan it and plan then implement it. So that becomes your success. Here also I would like to add very important thing. We have been doing a number of plannings. So planning is good definitely because planning has to be there. The second part is the implementation or the execution. You must stick to the plan, you must execute. For that very periodic reviews are required or periodic follow-ups are required. That skill also is equally important. So first the planning is a thing because where suppose I have to go somewhere. First I plan it. I will leave by this date, this time and this will go. So that is a very small thing. Similarly for your organization, for doing any work, any projects or production, or for you can say for any new project, there are the tools available how to plan the activity. Because planning is nothing but a predetermined way of thinking of various activities, when it will be scheduled and how it will be completed. And to complete this activity, what are the resources you need? This everything comes in the planning. So planning is a very, very important parameter which needs to be adhered to in your personal as well as your professional life. One has to have the planning is in mind, and planning and of course the implementation.
So as sir said planning is very, very important to achieve your goals. So let me ask you the third question. Do you have any conflict situation in an organization, and if yes, how do you resolve it?
Yeah. Yes. In any organization, generally there will be some or other conflicts comes in the picture because there is always a difference of opinion. For any points you make it, whether it is meeting or some reviews and all this, some point because everybody has got their own views of thinking and processing it. So what happens when it comes on my table for any disputes or any difference of opinion, then definitely you need to analyze it properly. While after analyzing, then it will come out. If you do the what we call the root cause analysis. If something is not happening or there is some issue, then we find out what is the root of that. So let us do that analysis. After doing that root analysis, you will find that there are some plus, there are some minuses which you need to study and we need to have a come out. While doing so, there are a number of such situations, but of course very minor in nature. So what we do basically, we analyze it and then we come out with the solution. And then first I make a very clear statement. Who is right is not important. What is right is important.
Very, very correct.
So that is the point which we have to just convince to the team, but in some different manner, so that because otherwise, and there is important thing is when there is a difference of opinion, I always say let us not go in argument go in a discussion. Once you discuss, then solution comes out.
Yes, right.
The arguments is basically with the egos. I have said something, I want to stick to that point. You have said something, you want to stick to that point. And then their solution doesn't come. Even if it doesn't come, then take a pause. Then we agree each other. Then that is called agreement for disagreement. You are right from your I am right. So let us take a pause. Give it some time. Then again revisit that particular point, and you will find that something is coming out concretely that we can move ahead. Otherwise, there are always, there are saying there are weaknesses, you will find plus or minuses here. So as a leader, as a manager, I have to analyze this total, then come out of that. And if something is wrong, okay, somebody may be wrong. Then you have to see that in the future how you tackle this particular situation. So we have got, for example, conflicts. If things are not happening, that is called. Then we do the analysis called cost of poor quality. There is analysis is being done why this particular thing is happening. Then we try to make a solution on that, and we go ahead with a proper new resolution on that. So some difference of opinion, some conflicts does do happen in the organization, but it is being resolved at senior level most of the time. And basically, again, as I said, the human relations skill, the behavioral skills are very important to understand each other. And there is one more important tool to resolve this, that owning the problem. The moment you own it, even if it is a mistake, then you come out with the solution. But if you don't own it, then you will always keep on blaming others.
Yeah.
That thing should not happen. So that you need to, nurture with your team, how to tackle such problems.
So sir has given us a very important mantra that you should think about organization first and not about yourself. So let's go further for the next question. So sir, you have worked for a longer time. What makes a team work more efficiently and more productive?
Yes, very good question. I think the job of any leader, to keep the team in a positive tone and humorous mode and always in a motivation mode,
Yes.
so that they always deliver it. I always believe that there is a potential in everybody and every person is a big resource. The manager or the leader has to use the correct style of grooming that particular person or motivating, giving them the opportunity to learn, and accordingly you will wonder that he can deliver much better. So you have to always keep the team motivated for, give them the opportunity to do the new things, so that he can learn up and he will feel more interested. And the most important, as I said, he should feel the ownership. The moment you feel the ownership,
Yeah.
you act very fast. It is my work. It's my work. It is organizational, but it is my work. But the moment I say it's mine, then I put my heart into it and I start delivering it to much better way. And that is the culture which our organization or we try to nurture in our team, so that the team works very efficiently and they're very happy because job satisfaction, getting the new things, that always motivates them. So another important point which always I say to my team, one should always think, now you're a student,
Yes.
but I always say I'm also a student.
Everybody is learning.
Student is a lifetime.
Yes.
And you have to be student for a lifetime because nowadays of course there are a lot of potential learners. The moment you have the learning attitude, you will enjoy the job, you will enjoy your life also, and that brings the motivation and you work much a better way. That gives the positive vibes to you and you start delivering it. As I said, the person becomes old the moment he stops learning. But if he keeps on learning, even at the age of 50, 60, 70, he will feel, he has some young and he is doing something.
It gives you that energy.
Otherwise, I have seen some of the negative people in their 40s and 50s because of negative attitude, not learning attitude, they become very lethargic or something like that. There are some few cases. Of course, that's a negative example. But I'm saying, but if you are in a positive tone, if you have a learning attitude, definitely you will feel much younger, much strengthened, and much energetic, and that is what you need, which helps you yourself, which helps organization, which helps everybody. So that is we need to create in the team the learning attitude, which gives a lot of opportunity.
So as sir said, learning is plays a very crucial role in personal as well as organizational sector. You should keep on learning and learning. The learning process will always lead you to the towards success. So the next segment of question will be asked by my colleague Prashant. Over to you, Prashant.
Hello everyone, I am Prashant Sawant from CRK IMR. My roll number is 48. I am from MMS A division. So we are continuing with the interview of Raut sir. As we have gone through various points, I will be taking further questions of the segments. Sir, the first question from my side is, as we are going to be a future manager, so you had talked about soft skills. So what are different competencies we must incur in ourselves to become a successful manager in future?
Yeah. Yes, today basically what we find in my organization also, the young generation after studying basic engineering or any other discipline, they want to go in a managerial role very fast, which is very important, which they learn during their college days or the school days. So although everything is being taught in the school and colleges, when you enter any organization, the practical thing comes into the picture. So when you enter an organization, definitely everybody has got their ambition, In fact, I always ask when I interview all the members, what is your plan? How do you see yourself after 5 years? How do you see yourself after 10 years? And based on their reply, generally you can judge how the person is, his thought process or that student thought process and how you want to progress. Then I always tell them, I always tell to my team members to become a successful person, whether engineer or whatever is there, you want to become a manager skill. As I said, there are different skills are required. So as I said, the basic core, what you are in, what your business is, basically you have to be having all the kinds of the information, so that you are technically very sound. The first information is you have to be technically very sound. Means engineer is there, technical means related to engineering. Medical is there related to medical. If commerce related, it is a commerce. Technical means not engineering is work. Technically is related to his work. So that technically you have to be very sound. Whatever things are required to do your job, you should be very alert. Your eyes and ears should be open. What you have learned, what you are learning, and what is happening in the world is related to your particular business, so that you have become very technically sound. So that's why I always say, behind every successful person, the successful person, when you become a successful person, is one who has information. Information is nothing but information. You can say information or the knowledge. So you should. That is what I said. Technical sound is you should grab all the knowledge and the information of your field. That is the first important field. Because if you know, then only you will be able to deliver it. Right? But if you are not aware of the things, if you don't have information, if you don't have technical knowledge on this, then you depend on others and you will not be able to perform. So the information is a key, number one. The second, as I said, I have information, I know everything, but then I should have the skills of presenting it whenever the times come. I should have skill of getting that things done. Because when you have to become a manager, it is not that you do a job. You may be on the table, you will be doing your job very perfectly. But your job is you have to get the same job done through some other people. So that skill is important, how you behave, how you interact with your peers or team members or the juniors or even the seniors, and that decides, that is the skill that will be very important to become successful. In short, I will say information, which is a power, and it is always said, what is information? Information is a power. And second is the skills to get the things done effectively. See, there is a difference. Efficiency and effectivity. You may be efficient as an individual, but you have to be effective. If some job needs to be done, it has to be done by who can cope. While doing that job, you will have 100 hurdles. This is not there, that is not there, this is a problem. But you have to go to that route and you have to see that that particular thing is done and you get the things done. You have to be a taskmaster. In the profession, it is called taskmaster. If this thing has to be done, what is required, I will do it. I will do it. If I want to do X, Y, Z, I will do it. So that becomes the effectiveness. And to make it more effective, as I said, you have to be very vigilant, get along with the people and get the things done. And as I said, to do that thing, you need to have information. From how you can do it, what are the things you need, technical scheme. For example, you want to know something about this, then you should have information from where you are getting this thing. See, it's a very clear, it is being taught from the very beginning of your school days. Study matter or everything. Nowadays, so many things are available. You should be uncomfortable if you don't know the things. One thing is very clear. If you are in comfort zone, then there is always some restriction. You have to be uncomfortable. If I don't know things, I should be uncomfortable. I should be unstable. I need to find out this. I must find out this. Then definitely you will have a habit of becoming more curious, hunger for the knowledge. Then once you have these things and once you know how to do everything, then nobody can stop you. What is yours in this progress? Right. But again, to do that, what you need is implementation. Information is what? The implementation, the execution of the things. Otherwise, I'll tell you. People always say, you do this, you do that, you do that. But exactly doing the things is very important.
So the sentence I have heard many times that when you go into comfort zone, the learning stops. And that's true from your experience.
Yes, correct.
My further question is, in today's industrial or corporate life, how seniors or the organization measures the performance of a manager or an employee?
Yes, very good question. See, in any organization, multinational or professional organization, the performance is measured every year. That is called the appraisal system. You must believe that is called the appraisal system every year. In fact, March is coming, every March it is done, and every effective 1st April onwards, the appraisal is out for organization, which basically measures the employee's performance. There the term called, we call it a KRA, key result areas. KRA is a one form, key result areas. So in that, very methodically, very mathematically, the marking is done. So there are the parameters are fixed. What is your key result areas? Okay. For example, there will be some 10 parameters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and those will be quantified. And there will be some marking system, say 10, 10 each. Out of 10, then there is, suppose if you do these activities. Now there are a number of measuring tools available for measuring certain things. Now with the software things, so many things are there. So against the activity, you have this you're supposed to do 10 activities. Suppose if you have done 7 only, so you get 7 marks only. So based on that, it is measured. So that talks about your actual performance of it. In the KRA, as I have been saying since the beginning, there is the second parameter also. The 60 to 70% talks about your main work.
Okay.
The 30% marking is based on your managerial skills, which we have been talking, the managerial skills. The skills is, everything comes. Your punctuality, your behavioral skill, your handling the people, your decision taking capability, your capability to groom the subordinates. Like that 8 to 9 parameters. There also marking system is given on various events and incidents, and those are calculated, and that number comes. Suppose for 100 out of 100, if you have 70 marks, then you are good. If you have 80 plus, 84 plus, then it's excellent. And based on such parameters, your measurement is done, and accordingly the person is rewarded. That is the way they call the appraisal process for rewarding system. Very scientific method of doing it nowadays. There's another, since you are talking about appraisal, which you must be learning in your college, there is a S-curve concept. When in any organization, you map all the employees, all the persons, and you plot a graph. Then it becomes, you will find one curve. S-curves or something. So you will find some people, some people are performing very good. So they are coming on the top, some moderate, and some will be the down. So in fact that gives you idea, who are the real performers. So those persons can be grown fast. Those in middle, then it's an indicator for them that you must spend more time to bring them up. If they are able to cope up, nothing like it, very good. But if there is a restriction, then you have to take a call. In the down pipeline person, you will always find there are some persons who are not able to, they have some issues. There is a capability issue, there is a competency issue. You will also find it. So those people, sir, you bring the opportunity to bring them up. If you are not able to do, maybe as an organization, you may have to get out of those people sometimes. So that is the magic thing of the employees. Because to run the organization, definitely you need a very competent team to deliver the things, and that's why this appraisal process or the rewarding process is very important. Is being taken very seriously.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, my next question is: you are working in this industry for so many years. You will have got lots of projects. So, was there any situation that when you were working on different projects simultaneously? And I have a question that how did you manage that kind of situation, like working on different projects simultaneously?
Okay, good question. The time is a very important factor in everybody's life. For, as I said, for personal work or professional work, because everyone has got only 24 hours. So as I said, punctuality is one important factor. Similarly, any activity you have to do, it has to be related with the time. In our case of the business, in the case of business or the project business, time is the essence of each and every contract. Very plays important role. But again, the time, it is linked with the planning, how you do to utilize that time. So the effective utilization time becomes a very, very key factor for achieving any success in the projects. So we have got different tools to monitor this, and to do this activity basically it is nothing but putting the resources in this place and effective utilization of these resources in that particular time, which will get you the success for the particular project. So, time related with the resources what you do arrange and the actions what you take. As I said, one more important factor while doing all this activity is the initiative. You have to always be on your toes to take the initiative and get the things done. Because unless you are take initiative, unless you become very bit aggressive, the things do not go. So once you are taking the initiative and actions and becoming aggressive, definitely you will be able to meet the time. And that is the only point we have been observing in our organization, and we have been very near to achieving the target with respect to the time.
So my next question is, as I am a mechanical engineer and work for 2 years in this industry, mechanical industry, there was some part of my organization that there was some crisis and the managers could handle it very efficiently. So was there any this kind of situation like crisis situation in your organization? And if it was there, then how did you handle on an organizational level?
Yes, crisis becomes one important factor in most of the organization. It is with respect to the maybe the arranging the resources, delivering the products, or maybe the financial crisis. And every time we find that this needs to mitigate with our correct actions. In fact, when we make a planning of any project or actions, we always do one analysis that is called the risk analysis of any particular project. In case of something goes wrong, like something is happening in this particular event, what you will do. So we always have a backup plan for that, so that the crisis can be resolved very soon. For example, with respect to the resource, so the resource crisis suddenly comes in the picture. Then we have a backup plan. Being a big organization, that you have some options available so that you can take up this particular task, or you will have some hiring systems from the outsourcing the things so that your project doesn't suffer. This is respect to the resource. With respect to the finance also, it is backed up by a number of other financial things with our other sub-companies, so that in that case we go off with this financial crisis. Even sometimes, discussing with our suppliers or supporting other associate companies or with the customer, where we can make some special requests to maintain financial flow or to go along with the project. So there are the number of actions are being taken with backup plans to avoid any such situation.
So the next question is, it's a part of student life or the future life or management. We are seeing from a lot of years that people like you are working in this industries for 30 to 35 years. Like my father is an example for me. He is working in the same industry for 35 years. So now the trend is changing. The persons, the people, the managers are changing their jobs from 2 years, 3 years, and changing again and again. So what do you think about that trend in this present situation?
Yeah, in fact, there is a big change taking place with respect to this in most of the MNCs and organizations. The earlier trend was, when you join a particular organization, you are there for a long time. Now, very few of them are there. See, it goes, I'll give you one small example. When, for example, when race starts, all the players, there are the 5-6 players, they start together. Initially, they are together. After some time, 1 or 2, they are much ahead. Other remains on the backside. So what happens in the organization also, as you grow up, all the 10 persons who have joined may not come to the top position. Out of them, 2 or 3 will be successful in the race. Then what happens to race? The race, sometimes they feel that they also need to have such opportunity. So what they try to do, they try to go for some other organization where they will get a better opportunity. Because here in the race, somebody else is much better and he's already captured that particular position and some department. The other, they will think that they should go. So that continues. So he will look for some different thing and he may switch over the job, and he will look for some different opportunity, he will switch over the job. So that is one type of shifting takes place. Second is what happens, so persons are very, very ambitious. Some employees are very ambitious. When they start with they find that, okay, now you have joined this organization and I have this particular experience of this type of this, then maybe after a few years you will feel that I want to expand my field. I have learned this on the 5 years now. I want to go in some different field. I want to do something different. I want to contribute more. So then they shift. So there is a mind shift in the today's generation that rather than continuing in one place for a particular thing, they want to have a different opportunities with respect to the growth, with respect to their overall expansion of their vision, and they look for the various opportunities in India. That's why you will find these changes taking place with respect to the shifting, and there is a big change. Second thing is just to take some of the engineers. Earlier the engineer used to work as an engineer for a long time. The engineer wants to work as an engineer maybe for a few years, then he wants to become the manager, then he wants to become the vice president. The growth is becoming so fast for them. So they look for different opportunities, and even they change the various segments also. There is no hardcore that only you will do the engineering job. So these are the all changes are taking place in the current organization. Not only that, even the operation, there is a lot of changes with respect to the plant production, the remote controlling, then controlling from the offices. So these changes is definitely has an impact on retention of the people and shifting of the people from one place to another.
That was a nice answer, sir. I was waiting for that answer from last 2 years. So someone can explain me why this trend is changing. So this was my last question for Raut sir. As we have gone through different types of questions, and we are here for perspective management subject, but I think Raut sir has gone through all our first same subjects. Exception is finance because it is a number subject, but we have taken knowledge of every subject we have been in first semester. So I would like to call my colleague Manali for giving vote of thanks to.
So thank you, sir, for allowing us to take your interview, and you have motivated us for our future endeavors. So I thank you from me, my faculty, my college, Chetna's RK Institute of Management and Research, and our director, Dr. Kaleem Khan sir. And I would like to give him a vote of thanks. Thank you so much, sir, for allowing us and giving us your valuable time, and taking time from your schedule and giving so much of information to us and our colleagues and students. It will really help. It would really help us in our future perspective and thought process. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was really pleasure to be with you, and I'm really grateful to all of you have here and share my views and learning something from you also. So wishing you all the best for your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.